my channel. So today I did a celebrity inspired makeup look. This one was inspired by Zendaya. Oh my gosh, when I saw this picture of her, I literally died. She looked incredible. I tried my best to recreate it. Please remember to like this video if you enjoy it, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out so much, you have no idea. And if you want to see how I created this look inspired by Zendaya, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've already done my foundation, so I'm just going to jump straight in with concealer, and I'm going to be taking a mixture of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10, which I think is light, and my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Beige. So I'm going to first go in with the Fit Me one. The reason why I'm using two of these is this one's quite dark, even though it's the lightest one. Like, what? But it does have really good coverage, and yeah. So I'm going to use it. So I'm going to put on my Fit Me, and then I'm literally going to put like a tiny bit of the Tarte Shape Tape because this is like really full coverage and like out there. Then I'm going to take my little tiny beauty blender. This isn't actually wet, but whatever, I can't be bothered. And I'm just going to blend this all in. That's actually made like a really nice coverage. I like these two together. And then for concealer for the rest of the face, I'm just going to take the Fit Me one, just because she's not really that highlighted in the photo. Like, I don't even know. Actually, I might take a little bit of the Shape Tape just because it's really not like highlighting me at all. And then I'm going to blend this in once again. I'm also just going to take the excess and make sure that that's all blended on my eyelid to make a good base for the eyeshadow. Now for powder, I'm going to be taking my Stay Matte powder by Rimmel London, obviously, in the shade Peach Glow, but she's quite glowy in the picture, so I'm not going to add too much of this. I'm just going to add it in places where I get really oily, so like my T-zone, and I'm going to set under my eyes and stuff. So I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques powder brush for this, and I don't want to take too much at all, like just to kind of like set that but still make us look quite glowy. So usually I just completely cover myself in this because I love a matte look. So I'm not actually going to bake today. I'm just going to go straight in with my bareMinerals Well Rested Concealer just to make sure that my eye area is all set in place. And I'm just going to take this under my eye. This also adds extra coverage, which is why I like it. Oh no. See, this is why I can't live without my setting brush. I'm using some crappy brush right now. Now I'm actually going to be letting you see how I do my eyebrows today, just because hers are like quite thick and voluminous. Is that the right word? So I'm actually going to try and do my eyebrows differently to how I usually do them, which is really scary, but to be honest, I'll probably end up exactly the same. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to be using the Zings kit by Benefit, and I might also go in with my Anastasia Dipbrow pomade if I need to like darken things up. But I'm going to start with the Zings kit just to kind of create a good outline. So I'm going to take some of the wax first, and this is the Real Techniques eyeliner brush. I'm really scared. Firstly, I'm going to like line the top of my eyebrow. Do you know what? I can't hold a mirror while I do that. Like, nah. So with this, I'm not going to go in thick straight away because I'll just mess it up. So I'm going to kind of draw out my normal eyebrow shape. I might be brave and go straight in with the pomade in a shade a lot darker than my actual brow, so that's why it's quite scary, but we're going to do it anyway. And with this, I'm going to kind of like try and make it a bit thicker. See what I mean? Like, it's really out there, this thing. The thing is, I can't do mine as thick as hers are because I would just look so stupid. Like, I think thick eyebrows just wouldn't look good on me, but I am going to try and do them a lot thicker than I usually do. So what I do is I kind of line the bottom of my eyebrow with like a straight line, and I know it looks really weird now, but when we go in with the powder, we'll like kind of merge it all in and it looks a lot better. Her eyebrow also starts really far forward, so I'm going to kind of like try and do that with my eyebrow if I can. Right, I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to go do the other eyebrow quickly. Right, so I've actually zoomed you in so you can kind of see what I've done. I really don't know how I feel about bringing them so much closer together. Now I'm going to go in with the powder from the kit. I'm going to be taking this brush by Click and Makeup. They really kindly sent me their, I think it was 8 makeup brush set, and I'm actually so impressed with their brushes. I really like them. So I'm going to be taking this one. It's like a really thin angled brush. So yeah, I'm going to take a bit of that powder on that brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. So to finish off the eyebrows, I'm just going to be taking my L'Oreal Paris Brow Artist Plumper, obviously. And I'm just going to run this through my brows to set them in place. I'm going to put on quite a lot because her eyebrows are quite like bushy. Well, not bushy, but they're really like, you can see the hair. And this kind of like adds fibres to make it look like that. So I'm just going to add quite a bit of this. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Like, honestly, I recommend to I say it all the time, but please get this, like... Okay, so the palette I'm going to be using today is the Morphe... This is so dirty. Is the Morphe 35K palette. It looks like this. It has a lot of, like, blacks and browns and stuff like that. So, for the transition, I'm going to be taking another Click and Makeup brush. This is the... I didn't even say the number before. The one I used before from Click and Makeup is the 008, and the one I'm using now, which is like incredible, is the 006. So firstly, I'm just going to go in with a brownish transition shade. I think I'm going to go in with a mix of these two colours, and I'm just going to apply this in my crease. We can be messy. I'm then going to go in with this darker brown shade. I just put my nail in it. Right, and I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 225 brush just because this is a lot more precise. Damn, these are pigmented. I'm going to be taking this in my crease as well. I really recommend Morphe eyeshadows. They are so pigmented and you get so many eyeshadows for the price. Like, I think this palette is like £21 or something. And you get like 30 eyeshadows. I'm then going to go back in with the first brush and just keep on blending that. Then I'm going to be taking this pencil brush by Morphe. This is the M431 brush. And I'm going to be taking this kind of grey colour here and then lightly going in with the black as well. And I'm going to be taking this across my eyelid because that's going to really darken things up. So first I've gone in with the grey there, and then I'm going to take my Zoeva brush again and keep on blending. Just so it all kind of connects together. I'm also going to take some of that black and add that as well, like so. And then I'm going to take some of that grey again and placing that in the crease. Blending is your best friend, literally. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Precise liquid eyeliner, and I'm literally just going to line the lash line. I'm not going to do a wing or anything, I'm just going to line the lash line. Now I'm going to go in with this Rimmel London Soft Kohl eyeliner pencil in jet black, and I'm going to take this quite heavily on my waterline. Right, so I've taken it right to the end of my eye, like in the corner. Then I'm going to take the excess eyeshadow I had on that pencil brush, and I'm going to smudge in that pencil and then kind of bring it down onto the lash line. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush. This is the Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just going to blend that in just so it doesn't look as harsh. So that's pretty much like all of the eye makeup. I'm just going to put on some mascara and some falsies. For mascara, I'm going to be taking Maybelline Lash Sensational, and then I'm going to go do falsies off camera. Okay, so now my eyes are all finished and lovely. I'm going to go on to contouring, and she's like obviously so much more tanned than me, so I'm going to put a lot of bronzer on. So for this, I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to take this middle shade here, and firstly I'm just going to start off by contouring. I love this so much. I'm going to be taking some on my forehead as well. For blush, it looks like she's wearing something a bit more matte, so I'm going to be taking this Bobbi Brown blush in the shade Nectar. So I'm going to be taking this sleek highlighting palette in Precious Metals, and they're cream highlighters, so I'm going to be taking these two at the bottom, and I usually just take them on my finger. I don't know if that's like what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do. And I'm just going to dab this in the places I want to be highlighted. my actual highlight, I'm going to be taking Kitten by Stila. If you watch my videos, you know that I'm obsessed with this stuff. So firstly, I'm just going to be taking a little brush and I'm going to put this on my brow bone and inner corners. And then I'm going to be taking this on my finger again and just kind of patting this. Oh lord. Oh my gosh, it is actually stunning. So for lips, she's wearing a kind of brownie nude colour, and I don't really have many brownie nudes. I mainly just have brown or nudes, so I'm going to try and mix things together. So for the first lipstick, I'm going to be taking this Colourpop Lippie stick in Pillow Talk, and then on top I'm going to go with my Kylie Candy K lipstick. I don't know how this is going to turn out. And then to make my lips all nice and glossy, I'm going to be taking this Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss. I actually hate the smell of this, like it's like really sweet and ugh, but it's really nice though. So guys, this is it. I really hope you enjoyed this. I had so much fun filming this. So if you enjoyed this video, then please remember to give me a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe as well, please. I think it's like here, the subscribe thing. I'm probably pointing the wrong way and that's so awkward. But yeah, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Can't breathe, can't breathe, can't breathe. My fucking hair, man. Hello everybody. Flipping heck.